Dave Kendall here with the music news. After months of speculation in the press, the Smiths, one of the all-time greats, have officially gone under.
7 years ago, I had an agent at the time that sent me a script to read. As an actor, you just read hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of scripts, sometimes a year. I read this script that was just better than 99.9% of anything I'd ever read.
I really fell in love with the script for this one because it knew who it was, and it was written with sincere love for this subject and the story.
I had never read something that was so clever, so comedic and quirky in its own way. This was it felt like such a tribute, such a love song to the Smiths.
Yes, folks, it's true. The Queen is dead. Long live the Smiths.
Well, I feel like one of the special things about this script is that it's positive and uplifting and life-affirming.
You know, a period piece about the Smiths breaking up, I think there's a million bad ways to do that. And this one was just right in the sweet spot.
They're just a band. They're the only band that matters.
Clearly never listened to Twisted Fucking Sister.
Kind of goes back to me being a Smiths freak in high school. So I took my aimless collection of 80s stories and just put them on that night, and voila, we had Shoplifters of the World.
I got involved in Shoplifters of the World, I think, about 6 years ago, when Stephen Kayak came to me through a mutual, relation in the business.
I had coffee with Stephen. Joe had been attached as talent as Full Metal Mickey, and Stephen at the time was just looking for people to come on and help him shepherd the projects.
We both also love the Smiths, and understood the world that it took place in.
And I think it's that passion for song that made me so passionate about this story.
Our music died today, and nobody even cares.
I did have an idea, something that would go down in musical history.
Impress me.
Judas Priest, what do you want?
Despite not being super familiar with their music previous to this, the emotions that are expressed in their music and the reasons that they were so important to the people that this movie is about resonate with me.
My whole early childhood definitely was influenced by my mother's taste in the Smiths and, other new wave rock bands.
And it was just a great canvas on which to explore all of these great little angsty psychodramas that we all go through.
I'm so tired of myself tonight. Just want to be somebody else.
As those kind of left of center kids trying to fit in and find a place.
Why are you looking so sad, sweetie?
The Smiths broke up.
Is that all?
And the Smiths were always the soundtrack to that.
They're listening. Really listening.
What did that generation do, and what did this band mean to them when they weren't necessarily so mainstream, but the people that were aware of them and followed them, it was their heartbeat.
So what do we do now?
I'm just out to have a good time. All the rest is propaganda.
This is the kind of movie that you would take to a film philosophy class. I mean, this script is a giant Easter egg hunt through Smith's lyrics, Morrissey lyrics, Oscar Wilde poetry.
You can never be overdressed or overeducated.
So there are so many little clues and Easter eggs all hiding in there.
A strange fear gripped me.
Sometimes the quotes are very much in quotes.
Talent borrows. Genius steals.
Sometimes they're just buried in dialogue.
Clumsy and shy.
I prefer to stay with my own kind.
Pretty much majority of all of our lines are Smiths lyrics.
They'll be like little nuggets for, the fan base.
I'd leap in front of a flying bullet for you.
Pretty girls make graves.
It's always just an absolute privilege to come to a set and work with professionals who are as skilled and passionate and dedicated as the ones that we've been lucky enough to work with on this project.
Working with Stephen is amazing. He's there for not only his actors, but his crew as well.
I respect what Stephen is doing because he has this project that's been around for years and years, and it's 100% a labor of love.
You working with Steven, he brings this different, approach to the scenes in a lyrical kind of way, and that's really, really cool.
No one's a bigger Smiths fan than Stephen Kayak. No one knows more about music than Stephen Kayak. So, as far as the trust factor goes, we all trust Stephen implicitly.
You think about a film for 10 years, you're pretty prepared when you come to play. Our hopes are high. We want it to reach the biggest audience possible.
I don't hope, I know that people are going to be able to relate to this because it's timeless.
Well, hopefully everybody can get some kind of nostalgia from it. Everybody can relate to something. I feel like there's still universal messages through what every single character is going through. We're all misfits. We've all got these crises. And I feel like this is something everyone can relate to.
It's a tribute to my childhood in a lot of ways. A lot of it is true, but everyone reads it and sees a piece of them in it too. So apparently my childhood was not all that unique. We all kind of shared those experiences.